I'm not sure if I'm back. Streamlabs is saying it's back up. So if somebody can tell me if I'm still live, otherwise I'll shut it down for the night. I don't know what happened. Internet just dropped. Or not even internet. My internet didn't drop. It just dropped the stream. Alright, so Last Boss gives me this that I don't know how to critique. I know it does good against most teams, but I can't even begin to critique it. Like, I can't score something that I've never seen in action. I really can't. So, I feel like this is something that I just give it a 9.5 and go. Like, I don't know how to answer this. I know this beats a generic Kurt team, and I do not know what its weakness is, so I just cannot score it. Solid 5. He's got Sculled. I can give him a 6. Yeah, I mean, Sculled is worth maybe a 6. We'll say null. He's shown a lot of pictures of it beating Kurt teams handily. So I know it does good against Kurt. I just don't know how solid it is overall. I'm sure it's very good, but without having ever seen it in action and having no idea how it works, this is kind of like a more to show off to other people that here's a concept that works, rather than, I don't know. I really don't know. If it's not consistent, then that's a problem. This is like Pogi putting in his double Ultima stream. Just because nobody knows how to counter it doesn't mean it's top of the heap. So I don't know. I don't know how to score this. Is YouTube dead? Oh wait, YouTube might be down. Wait, YouTube says it's on though. Oh, YouTube is on, but on a separate stream. All right, hold on. YouTube split it. It's acting as a new stream. Okay. Yeah, there we go. It's up. So it's not live on the same URL. You have to refresh and find the new link. YouTube is working, but it's on a new stream than before. Alright, so we'll move on to Gutio Thomas. Oh, Yig is not good on this team. Yig is not good on this team. Oh man, it's not a strong team. Do I give it a 5? It's decidedly average. This is not a good team. Yig was not a good T4. Willie, Hodor doesn't... If you build Hodor for defense, it doesn't matter what his teammates are. He doesn't need poison burn, whatever not. Those help him do some damage, but he doesn't have to be there for damage. I don't know what to do with this guy. Like, this Yig is going to be useless for a long time. I suggest you build Freya next. And fodder both the Dro and the Aegina at this point, just to get progress going. Taptap Heroes ADN. Hodor is worth pulling for everybody. Definitely worth pulling for everybody. Whether you build and use her, you may not want to build or use her yet. But you should definitely be pulling for her if you can afford the keys. Willie, well, you saw last boss's team. He doesn't have to tank if he's low enough level. See, Andrew, he needs progress fast. This Yig is a complete waste of space and is more of a... Yig is holding him back way too much at this point. If foddering the Aegina lets you get somewhere and lets you like make this team useful again, do it. Like he needs effort. Sean, Yig is just not good for people that don't have a solid team. Like if you don't have Scold Kurt something, Yig is gonna be like whatever. Alright, so moving on. I want to get this done with because I want to go eat, actually. Willie, you know I don't take team lineup questions. Of course he fodders Dro, but if he needs to really hurry, he can fodder both. Like, I just don't think Yig is good outside of like a team like this even. Yig is okay. Like, why is this Phoenix in the back? This Phoenix in the back is also a liability. Who is this? Wait, why are there... Yeah, who is this? You realize that Phoenix in the back does not give Valk and Lore more damage. Putting him in the back gives himself more damage. He gains 70% to burning heroes if he's in the back. But if he's in the front, all your team gets plus 30% damage to burning heroes. So doing this completely... He's like... I don't know, it does not help at all. And Yig is like, whatever. Okay, so for this team, I'm going to give it an 8.5. I will not deduct a point for wasting your Phoenix, but now you know. Tam, you have no chance against Kurt. This team has 0 chance against anything with Kurt. So, if you think that you can beat them, or if you want to beat them, get your own Kurt. That's the only answer you have. That's it. It doesn't matter. Any other option you have doesn't work. Lucian, I suggest you ignore that section completely. I don't think it's very smart. Bale does not beat Kurt. Hodor would be okay, but you don't really have the burst damage to get through. You really need a burst hero. Bale, Themis, Kurt, and only Kurt is like gonna be reliable enough to do the damage you need. So Bale will help, but Kurt is the answer. Kurt is the bar that stops you from reaching a 9. That's it. Who would you replace? Freya, probably. Probably Freya. Or Yig. You can replace Yig too. Either one, that's fine too. I feel like this Yig is just... he's a placeholder. T1 Phoenix, use... if you're tanking with him, use attack unless he dies too fast, in which case you can swap it to HP. Yeah, there's nothing you can do about that, Tam. Kurt is broken. That's it. There's no other way to say it. Kurt is broken. Second Phoenix, do not. You do not need a second Phoenix. You need to focus hard on Kurt. Alright. That's actually funny because you are the first person to actually say, I can't beat Kurt and I don't have Kurt. You are the first person to actually think about how to be competitive against the highest level, but actually be unable to do it. Interesting. Very interesting. Moonstones on Kurt? Absolutely. For you, it is too critical. If you gotta buy 4 copies with Moonstones, do it. You gotta get there. That's the one thing that's gonna hold you back. Now, the other option is you go crazy. You do a team like Last Boss's team, or a team with Mulan Chesia. But you'll get 5 copies of Kurt before you build a Mulan Chesia from scratch. So, that's it. That's your answer. Use Kurt. And Hodor is okay, but you would probably want to have a Hodor plus probably a Bale or a Themis at that point. Before you get a -1 for Phoenix, you are working on him. You have no copies. You just need 1 copy of Kurt. Yeah, that does not protect you from the -1. That actually enforces the -1 because you should not have been building this Phoenix at all. If you only had 6 copies of Phoenix, you should not have even made him T1. So that like doubles down and ensures the -1. The random 6 stars don't matter. Pogi, are you sure about that though? Kurt is really the only hero that helps him. I mean, it's an idea. You can take him to 10-star and then just sit there and slowly amass fodder until you have enough to buy the final copies of Kurt and go all the way to T4. But knowing that there's probably nothing else that he will really need Moonstones on, like the only other viable use would be Bale or Skuld, really. I don't think it's so bad for him to buy Kurt's slowly at this time. Tam, yes. If you fight Kurtz with... Actually, your team will destroy the rest of the teams. If they're still using Detlefs, you'll do great. Darren, Kurtz is the strongest skin by stats. Lorelei's is the best by utility. Probably Kurt is the best skin to get if you don't think that you will be focusing heavily on Lorelei. All right. And you know what? Can I give Ziggy another -point for sending this in? Because Florin, you are too late. I cut off submissions this time. All right, so this team is like an 8 because Kurt's not that good this early. And -1 point for the Phoenix. So we'll give this a 7. Remember, Kurt needs other heroes to fire before him in order to power him up. These are two heroes that will these are two heroes that will almost never fire before him and don't really help him. Okay, so Pogi's saying play a little bit more efficiently and maybe don't buy all the Kurts slowly. It's I think that's fine. Either way I think is fine. If you the efficient way would be not to buy them until you're ready to T4. But knowing that Kurt is like 99% the next hero that you need to be focusing on, I don't think it's so bad. I think either way is fine. I think there are pros and cons to both ways. The other minus is that you buy one copy or you buy them slowly and then you need one more and then they drop in a keys event with him and you can get 3 from there. And then you would have wasted all your moonstones. So that's kind of the situation where it would be bad to buy him slowly. Oh wait, you have enough moonstone to buy them all right now? Do it. Freaking do it. Freaking do it. And he's got the food to do it. Like that is a no-brainer. Just do it. He probably can be about 280, 270-ish at T4 and still do fine for you. Any lower than that, you may not want to use him yet. Alright, so Pogi, he kind of got past all of that and has both the fodder and the moonstones on hand, so no problem, looks like. Yeah, so about 270, I would say. You can throw him in the team. Is Phoenix S+? In PvE, he's up there. In PvP, not anymore. He's just like S tier. He's no longer required in all teams. All right, Tem, great. I'm glad to hear that you can make that, Kurt. Once you build him, you will absolutely see 100% difference in your team. You will start destroying teams that you may have struggled against before. He is that big of a game changer. So be ready to enter the next level of PvP. And Den, actually. Den too. And Planet Trial. All of those. Kurt is too good. Alright, guys. So that is every team that was submitted today. 39 of them. The stream dropped in the middle, but it came back, so we're good. And that should be everything. Tomorrow, I guess tomorrow I'll be messing with the new event. And then Friday, I hope to finish Gunvolt Chronicles, and hopefully Xenoblade will come over the weekend, and I can start that on Tuesday. We'll see. Alguna for Horde, convert Abyss Lord. For Undead, you may want to convert Cursed One and Dizzy-Awana. And for Elf, you want to convert Demon Fighter and Orphe. Alright. Good night, guys. Tomorrow, I hope, will be a more chill stream, and we'll go from there. Reminder, pre-idling is important. If you're on the Discord, I will ping everybody to remind you about the pre-idling. It should help next week because the Path event is more expensive than usual. $99 for Kurt copies or for Hodor. Don't buy Hodor unless you are planning to make him. Wait, Tim, did I miss yours? Hold on. I didn't see it. When did you submit? Axel Games. You did not submit during the live. You submitted 2.5 hours before I started, so that is, I don't take teams that were submitted before the live, sorry. Yeah, I see your submission. It's 2.5 hours too early. So sorry. I gotta go. So good night, everybody. See you guys next time.